everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Funfetti. This island has 4 themes in one, and I will get into more of that as we get into the video. As you can see, there's a lot of cleanup that has to happen before I can start with the entrance, so we're gonna get into that. I'm just gonna pick up this little mess of things. I have an extremely clear idea of what I want for this entrance, which is kind of rare. But we gotta chop a lot of trees. I'm just gonna axe them, and if I get stung, I get stung. Pray for no bees. Oh, a little sneaky piece of fence got away from me back here.
You thought you would escape the cleanup?
I need to clear the entire distance between resident services and the airport. I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily use that entire space, but I wanna have it available. Ah, the bees! Okay, resident services is not that far. I can make it.
Stupid bees.
You feeling it? You feeling it? This island is going to be 4 different themes. So the first theme, Kawaii. Second theme, crazy core. Third theme, kid core. And the 4th theme is sweets, bakery, cookies, candy. I want it to be a colorful explosion. It's gonna be crazy and chaotic, but Megan's suggestion was to do the entrance as a kawaii core entrance, because then it's deceptive. It's like you come to the island, you think it's gonna be all cutesy and pink and delightful. Toilet tunnel, Jambette lip pond, Mary Poppins neighborhood. I want it to be an experience.
Toilet tunnel, through the mountains, toilet tunnel.
So now we really see that the kawaii entrance will be the perfect
Deceptive front.
for this crazy island. And I'm going to show you the inspiration pic so we can start to space things out a little bit. No joke, I have that pic saved to Pinterest. Heck yes, you do. This person has made it quite close to the entrance. Like I think that these 2 squares that are in the middle are literally like leading straight into the airport. I don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe a little bit more space for more items. That's what I was thinking. The closer it is, the less I'll see what is behind it. You know what? I just might put like 3 spaces. I like having 3 spaces at least, because then it gives you the option to do a tree if you want to. I think I kind of like that spacing. I don't know if I put very much more. I think I only put 1 more space than what's in the reference photo. Sasha, don't come in here. Okay. This little face is so cute. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can part with him on this island, and I don't think I have to. So he's probably gonna stay forever. Why am I building this in such a chaotic fashion? I just can't build in like a straight line or like go across like a typewriter. Sasha, what are you doing in there? He's gonna come out this side. Okay, I'll at least keep you contained to 1/2 of this thing. Oh, he's out. He's out. Okay, I'm locking you out. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. He has escaped. There he is. He's like, I'll find another entrance. Just gotta walk around this thing. Run for your life, butterfly. This butterfly is literally trapped in here with me on this level. Where are you gonna go? This butterfly is really running out of space over here. I am gonna open up a hole on the other side for it to go out though. No, come back here. There's an opening there. Go. Go towards the opening. Go towards the opening. No, no, not that one. Not that one. It's going. It's going. Go out. Go out. I'm trying to usher it out. There it is. It's free. Go live your best life, butterfly. Oh, that's a good space. This is a really good space for a shopping district. I think we can fit both buildings on this. So this is the map that we made. Okay, so we wanted to have 2, like, let me zoom into this part. The entrance, you can see I have like 2 little inclines that come off of either side of it too. And in this one, I put 2 spaces from the building. Okay, so that's how our little water is gonna go. And then, okay, we need our reference image back. This is gonna require a lot of time traveling, and we have an empty plot. So we're gonna do all the spacing things to make sure that we want it like this. I already like it. I already like it too. It feels so cozy. I've never had my shopping district this close to the entrance, and I think it's gonna be super fun. Nook's Cranny. I always forget. It's 7 spaces across, which is a lot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm gonna have to make this bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's start with this area. So we have a couple options. A, time travel and fill the plot. B, do a little bit of villager hunting. C, go to an order bot island right now and get Fret or Sid or Vladimir or Static. We have so many options, babe. Do a 5 tickets, 10 ticket challenge. Ooh, I like it spicy. Tickies, little tickies. So many flowers in my pocket. Okay, planting all the flowers over here. Okay, there's tons of room. There's tons and tons of room over here. Absolutely tons and tons and heaps and loads and bunches. So this is ticket number 1 on the 10 ticket. Oh my gosh, actually a really freaking good villager for this island. But we have Stinky, and I am obsessed with Stinky for this island. But like top tier, the mice are actually really starting to grow on me a lot in this game. Ticket number 2 in our little 10 ticket challenge. Oh my gosh, Canberra. Nope. Laddery Climby Island, ticket number 3. And it's, oh, this bunny. Very chaotic. Pippi? Yes, Pippi. This is, are we halfway through? Okay, no, we're on ticket 4. It's, oh my gosh. Can you believe it? She's not a cranky, and I have her amiibo card, but like, can I pass this girl? I don't think so. I don't think I want to. That's a hard choice. It is a hard choice because I do have her amiibo card. It's illegal to leave her behind. Like, she's a part of like my final dreamies for sure. So we're gonna take her because then we can get the plot filled. And I mean, how perfect is that? We got Meringue and we're working on our Kawaii entrance. Meringue, Funfetti now. I'm just a Rhino fan now. We got Meringue. Their crankies are real stubborn. They really are. I just cannot get a cranky. To the next day, finally. I feel like I've been stuck on this day forever. Goodbye, May 3rd. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. Taya, I'm glad we met on that island and that I moved here now. I've still got lots of unpacking to do, but I'm really looking forward to spending some time together. Yes, you are. Very cute. She really reminds me of Tia. Like, her and Meringue are just like 2 peas in a pod. She's perfect. Like, she's kawaii. Like, we're working on kawaii entrance. She's kawaii. It's awesome. We're starting off by putting Nook's Cranny in place here on the right, just like the reference image, and then we're also putting our first incline onto Funfetti, which is a white plank ramp, which is a type of incline that I've never used before, but it's actually quite pretty, and I kind of like the distressed vibes of it. And of course, we had a campsite villager when I time traveled. Paulo, really? I really wish you were a different elephant. You could have been any elephant. You could have been any elephant. How dare you taunt me like this? I'm leaving. I don't even want to talk to you. And the building moving continues. So once we had Able Sisters in place, we put the bridge along the middle, and we went with the Zen bridge. It really is unfortunate that there's no white bridge, and I was kind of thinking that the blue one would work, but what I like about the Zen bridge is the height that it has. It has a lot of good height so that it adds like kind of some intrigue and depth to the whole build, and this is what we were looking like after we had all these things kind of in place. We have our like half pipe in the middle there with the bridge over top and the two buildings in the back, and it's time to go in with some pathing. Now personally, I love putting in-game pathing under literally everything because I just think it adds so much interest to the map. Sometimes it's not possible to do it because of the kinds of custom designs that you want to use, but if I have an opportunity to add custom pathing underneath, then I like to. Which in this case, adding custom paths on top, I decided to go for a brick, but it took me a long time to figure out exactly what kind of brick I wanted to use. At first I thought I wanted to use this very light terracotta, and then I found this kind of darker, deeper pink, which I really liked a lot better, so we keep that for a while, but I do end up changing out even this. I wanted this to be like a very light, cutesy kind of area, so we also did look into briefly Colin Crossing's Sakura pathing. So we did try a little bit more of a subdued look just out of curiosity, but we kind of ended up going back and forth on it a little bit. What should we do? Loud and obnoxious pink kawaii core or subdued kawaii? Subdued or loud? I say this island is meant to be loud and chaotic. What kind of decorations are you planning for the entrance? Actually, that's a good, you know what, maybe I'll just grab some of them so that we can see what it looks like with the actual entrance. The entrance is a little laid back. The loudness will pop better, I think. Oh, we got some arguments for the downplaying of it. So I got out some cute pink furniture to try out. These plastic benches were at the top of my mind when I thought about a kawaii entrance because they kind of have that like airport, kind of a public bench kind of feel. Something you would see like out in like by a bus stop. That's kind of what they remind me of. But as I went along further, I'm not really looking for like a bus stop style entrance. I'm looking for something a little bit more cutesy and like adorable. So we did try out more of the actual sidewalk look, and as I was doing that, I kind of realized like this isn't really the vibe. It felt more like a city, it felt more serious, and I kind of wanted to brighten it up. So I went back to that kind of like hot pink brick, but then I realized that that wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted something more with this diamond pattern. So I found one that still had the colors close enough to that other like more hot pink look, and we had a winner. So I proceeded to cover the entire upper portion by Nook's Cranny in that pattern, and then we were doing the bright pink bricks down here, which is how I think I kept it for the rest of the time, but I do end up changing that later as well. The custom designs really gave me a run for my money on this one, as well as some of the decorations. I needed to kind of do a first pass at it, which honestly, an entrance is it's kind of like setting the tone for how you're going to decorate that island. Whenever you're starting a new island, no matter what part of the island you start with, it's always a little challenging because your inventory isn't as built up with the items that you might naturally use. You're kind of shifting gears to think in this like new theme if that's what you're doing, and even if you want to like make it different, you've been used to working on islands in a certain way, and so switching gears to work on it in a different way can be a little bit complicated. For some reason, my brain was just in a very flower-centric mood during this live stream. I ended up working on it a lot more off stream, and I feel like my ability to choose items that were less like just floral was a lot better when I was working on it on my own. But I'm really happy with the base that I kind of got started while I was on the live stream, because some of the choices that were made by like everybody in the chat were incredibly helpful for just like moving the build along and getting that initial setup like really solid. So after about 3 hours of streaming, this is where we ended off with, but I wasn't exactly finished, of course, and I wasn't exactly fully happy with it, so I opened it up
the next day.
And I did a lot more code shopping, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, it took me a long time to finally figure out exactly what I wanted this area to look like. So I did a lot more tests with different kinds of pathing. I'm still really just trying to figure out exactly the look that I want, and paths are going everywhere except for the actual area where I would like them to go. Finally, I ended up stumbling across this path, which is so simple. It's just these small little tiles, but I feel like it has that vibe that I wanted. And also the same person had these little flower patterns, which were so adorable. I could not pass them up. So between those two, already when I closed the custom designs app, I could tell that I was gonna love this so much better and that it just had the vibes that I was exactly looking for. Some major adjustments to what I had set up before. I put this little circle at the bottom of these two inclines and put in the green grass with the little flowers on it, which I think added that cutesy touch that I was kind of missing from the rest of the kawaii. I think adding those cinema roll items at the end of the live stream kind of helped inform me for the rest of the build that I was doing, and then adding this floral path at the bottom of these two inclines really sealed the deal, and I was able to picture it a lot better. The next really big game changer item came with the plaza benches, and seeing the colors on those was just like, oh, chef's kiss. I was so excited. From that point on, I knew a lot better what kind of items I wanted to use in this build. So I went to resident services and I tried to order some more, but I realized that I got that one on a treasure island. So I had to fly over to a treasure island because I couldn't get the one that I wanted on my island, and I know I could have gone to Reese and Cyrus, but I knew I needed some other stuff too. So we decided to take a little cute treasure island break. And returning back to the lovely funfetti, we still have mixers on the beach, but you can start to see how the flyover is going to look over here. We're going to see Nook's Cranny right there, which I love. You're going to get a good view of the bridge and the little waterfall. And I really love the framing of the entranceway, and I'm very excited for the final flyover to see what it's going to look like. And we're just starting to put in some shrubs around each side of the benches. And since I had used the plaza benches, I decided that I would use a little bit more of the plaza furniture, and I'm really loving it. I think it's the teal and the pink I'm a sucker for right now. That's like one of my favorite color schemes at the moment. So the teal, especially in this path, really worked well with the plaza items. And I think using this grass path, or this more like natural, I say natural, but it's very like exaggerated natural kind of pathway, helps to add to those like cutesy vibes, but also makes it feel somehow sweeter and less city-like, which is very cool. I moved upstairs to the Able Sisters area, and I had to get the pathing and the custom pathing down over here. It's very different from my regular entrances, where it's just basically decorative and a way to welcome you onto the island. This is actually quite a functional entrance. Like, if you wanted to do this entrance and then have people over to trade, or just open it up so that people could visit your shops, then you could do that. You could very easily just block off the entrance. And I've never actually had an entrance that I could do that with. There isn't a whole lot of space if you're actually doing trades, but there's enough space that you could set up a warp pipe and nobody would be able to go anywhere else except for the warp pipe. So maybe this will be a fun island to play around on Nookazon again a little bit. As far as decorating both of these shops, I kind of had a vague idea that they would be selling their goods outside. I also, for the very first time, made a little area for Sable to sew outside. I know that that's like a very common thing that a lot of people do on their islands, but I've just never done it before. I think on Alexandria, I put like one of those weaving machines outside, but I've never done anything more than that. This time I gave her like a little station with a little sewing machine, but I realized that it was a little bit too close to the edge there, and I wanted to put a row of fencing just so it didn't feel like she was gonna fall off the edge of the cliff while she sewed. And as you can see, I did put that wedding head table with a couple of little things on it. I'm imagining that they sell more than just clothing at Able Sisters, that they sell that they sell like plushies and, you know, Kleenex box covers, like mom's Kleenex box cover thing, and like the tea cozy and stuff. So I put a couple of those little items around to kind of show that they do other stuff. They're versatile hedgehogs. And at the beginning, we showed a picture of my map, my idealized little map that I created for Funfetti, and I had 2 inclines going off on either side. But I thought, you know what would be more cute is if the incline came down the back. So I actually closed off the river. So this bridge is literally a pointless bridge, but I love it like that. And I extended out the terraforming by 1 block so that I'd be able to add fencing and a little bit more, just gives a little bit more room to kind of walk around the back of this build, but it actually is kind of an illusion because it doesn't really feel like there's an extra block there. So we had enough space to put down some fencing, and of course you can see that I left that 1 little gap in the pathing. That's where the incline will come down. So for around Nook's Cranny, I decided to put in like all of the machines. So we have a popcorn maker, we have of course the snack machine, the drink machine, but I also added in a couple of other ones as we go along. And I know that there are faster ways to move items, but sometimes you just want to like shove it manually and not pick it up. Now, I know that this, like, street lamps with the banners looked way better the other way. Don't worry, I put it back, and I'm so happy with the fact that I, like, customized it with my flag and everything, but I'm really happy with how both of these areas are coming together, and I kind of worked on them, like, simultaneously, adding the little details to both sides, and then, like, building it up gradually. This made me so angry. The fact that the bear sits so far away from that fence, I tried to make it work and I was so upset, but then I got over it. The bear is just gonna sit right up against the cliff edge because I cannot handle that gap. Cherry blossom petal piles on this path is the best thing of my life. Also, these 2 boys were having a chat and I could not get by, so we moved on to something else. This little puppy almost disappears into this path, but we all know he's there. Then I went to go to a treasure island and I paused my recording and I forgot to turn it back on. So that aside, it was a lot of just moving small items, and I ended up going to a treasure island to get some more items. And then we're just completing a little bit more of this whole area. As you can see, I put in a lot of hedges, which I'm obsessed with. We did a little bit more flowers and it was practically done. I essentially was just putting in the last items, and then I decided to shut down construction and show you the build that I had been working on. This is where the incline will go down to the resident services, and it's finally time for some final beautiful shots of this build. And I had to search around to find a good weather day, but like, look at Judy looking so cute in this build on Funfetti. I'm obsessed. Alright, so that is going to do it for today, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed my cozy entrance. I am very happy with it. Funfetti is just off to such a cute start, and I hope that after this super cute entrance, I can get into the true craziness that will be Funfetti. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody! Alright, Sasha. We're gonna run 100 laps around the island. Okay, intense. You pumped? Are you ready? Taya, I can't run 100 laps. That's 100 too many. Help! This is gonna happen even if I carry you, Sasha. Actually, hang on. Carrying you for 100 laps sounds like a really solid workout. How about it? Mind if I carry you around the island? What do you say, Sasha? Sure, you can carry me home, but then do the rest of the run by yourself. Sounds good? Unpopular opinion and not very spicy Ronnie, like, but Stinky is top tier for me. I freaking love that underwear head. We can agree. We have found a common ground. Name twin! Come over to the island, Sasha. Stinky will give you a piggyback ride. He's up for piggyback riding. You can just dress up as Sasha and you'd be like, yeah, I'm Sasha. It's not a lie. I want to call breakfast Brecky without getting looked at weird. Do it. I love saying Brecky. It's cute. You say Brecky and you own it, Ronnie. You own Brecky.